Shelby, and today I'm going to be doing a video about advice for incoming freshmen because school is just around the corner. It's actually kind of probably farther away for most of you, but where I live we start in the beginning of August, so I figured I would just film this, and if your school doesn't start for a couple of weeks, good for you. I guess this is just heads up for you. I don't really know, but I figured I would watch this, or I would record this because it's nasty outside today and I had nothing better to do. So yeah. So let's just get started with the freshman advice. Oh, by the way, like I say in like all my videos, the advice is on my phone, so I'm probably going to be looking down at it. Okay, so my first advice, or my first piece of advice is do not be nervous for your first day of high school. High school, there's no reason at all that you should be nervous for high school. Like, yes, your school might be big, you might be afraid of upperclassmen. Don't be. The only thing I was afraid of when I was going to be a freshman was getting lost. And if you do get lost, don't ask a student unless you know who they are. I would ask a teacher, because sometimes, especially boys, upperclassmen boys, they'll kind of mess with you and they might tell you that your class is in the wrong spot or in a different spot and show you to the wrong class. But other than that, do not be afraid of upperclassmen. Like, they're not going to hurt you, they're not going to bully you, especially on your first day of high school. Like, it's not like it is on TV at all, so do not be nervous about that. Another thing that I want to, the biggest thing for me, at least my freshman year, was finding a way to study. You might figure out how to study by note cards or recording the teacher and listening to them talk, or reading it or drawing it out. I don't know. I learned by note cards. I write all of my stuff down on note cards and then I just memorize it, and that's the best way for me. Definitely find a way to study though, because if you don't find a way to study, high school is going to be tough. Like, classes are tough. You might have a hard time, so just figure out a way to study, and then also figure out a way to stay organized, because teachers are not going to be on your butt saying, hey, you're not organized, your test is this day, this day, this day. Oh guys, your test is tomorrow. They're not going to remind you 100 times. So just stay organized and figure out what you need to study, what nights, and like what day your test is going to be, or your quizzes, and everything. Because honestly, most teachers do not care about your grades at all. They care if you pass or fail. Sometimes most of them honestly don't even care about that. So you definitely, in high school, you have to be prepared, and you have to know your way to do everything, because people are not going to be on your butt about it. If you want to pass a class or you want to get a certain grade, you got to do it yourself. Another way to stay organized, the way I stay organized is I have a notebook for each class, like a spiral notebook, and I have them color-coded. So like all my binders and notebooks and folders for each class are going to be in the same color. And I really found that notebooks really help, because I take notes in the notebooks and then all of my notes stay together. Because if I put them in a binder, I'm probably going to lose them. So like, I have a binder for, like, because my school is on block schedule, so we have 4 classes each day and we have them for a semester. So like, you have, say you have like language arts, math, science. I'm just saying like general, even though, okay, so my freshman year, my first semester, had math, and then I had, we're gonna say lit, I didn't have that second, and then I had PE and chorus. That's what I had. So I had a folder, like one folder per 2 subjects. So like, I had math and lit together, or math and science, or science and I forgot the other subject. I don't even know. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so definitely stay organized with that, and that would honestly, that's the best way for me to study other people, or to stay organized. Other people might not. You might want to keep an agenda. I don't do that. I just put all my tests in my phone calendar, because my school's chill about phones, like we're allowed to use them. But if your school's not, definitely get an agenda and write all your tests and everything down, because that will help a million times, like so much help. That's made no sense, but that will help you so much. Okay, so the next thing is about friends. Be open to making new friends, because more than likely you're not going to have all the same friends that you had in middle school. Like in middle school I had one best friend, and now we changed our one friend group, or it was just us two, and now we have like 7 different friends. But most of the time it'll be from a bigger group to a smaller group. Like, be prepared for people to change, because they are going to, and like, things happen that changes people. Like, sometimes people will go into high school and they'll be so worried about being popular and fitting in, and that they just like drive themselves up a wall. Like, I don't even know. Like, do not try to fit into a certain friend group, because if you do, you are going to be miserable. I'm sorry, but you're going to be. You're going to be trying so hard to fit in, and like, I did this my freshman year. I didn't try to fit into a popular group. I just kind of tried to fit in around with everyone that was surrounding me, and I dressed the way they dressed, and I said the same kind of things that they said, and I would act like I didn't care about school. Even like, I still got good grades, but I'd say, oh yeah, I don't care about this. Like, I just tried to play it cool, and honestly, I don't know why I did that, because that's not me. I care about my grades so much. Like, if I don't have an A in a class, I'm probably going to be freaking out. I just try so hard to fit in, and honestly, that was such a waste of my time. I don't know why I ever did that. I know I'm talking in circles, but seriously, do not try to fit in with like a certain group of people, or like, just don't, because it's not you. Who cares what that popular group may think? Like, I wasn't even trying to fit into the popular group. I just cared what they thought about me. So do not care about that popular group. If you're in that popular group, cool, whatever. Like, that's good for you. Be prepared for things to get crazy. But yeah, just try not to stay like with a certain clique. Like, there's like a popular clique, a preppy, or the preppy clique at my school is the popular clique, or like the jocks and the drama kids and the nerds, and like, do not try to don't just stay with one group. Like, branch out. Like, don't be afraid to be friends. Like, or if you play a sport, don't be afraid to like, don't only hang out with the people that play that sport, you know? Like, branch out with other people, and do not be judgmental to people. Like, people think at my school, they think, oh, just because you're into drama means you're a freak. No, you're not. A lot of the drama kids are actually pretty cool. You just gotta give them a chance. Like, or just because you play baseball, it means you're a douchebag. No, some of the baseball guys are pretty cool. Like, do not, stereotype. That's perfect. Do not stereotype. Just because someone has a reputation for something doesn't always mean they actually do that. Also, get involved. Like, don't just go to school. Don't just show up and then go home. Like, get involved with clubs, sports, like anything. Like, my freshman year, I was involved in FCCLA and softball, which y'all know I play softball. I think that's all I was involved. I was involved in something else my freshman year. But now, like, I'm involved in Beta Club, FCCLA, Hero Club, Young Life. Oh my gosh, if your school has a Young Life, please get involved with Young Life. It will literally be the best decision of your life. That's why I made most of my friends. Okay, so basically, the reason I'm so big about mixing cliques and stuff is because of Young Life. Like, okay, so at Young Life, it's just a bunch of random people, like, from different cliques, and like an accepting place, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, most of my friends that I'm friends with now, I would have never ever guessed that I would be friends with them. Like, I knew who they were, like, in middle school. I like knew their names and stuff, but I didn't know them, and I literally probably would have never even picked them as friends, and now they're my best friends. Also, going off of that, pick friends that you can trust, and like, you may have a bunch of friends, but have like some best friends that you can trust. Like, I have like 4 girls that I can trust. Like, I can tell them anything, and I know they're not going to judge me, and I know they're going to have my back. And honestly, that's what you need to get you through high school. You need to have people who who have your back, and aren't gonna jump to conclusions if they hear a rumor about you. They're not going to judge you. Really, just people that have your back no matter what, because that's what's going to get you through high school. Also, expect people to change. Like, I'm pretty sure I was talking about this earlier, but when you go into high school, people change, people try to fit in, people will go to parties, they will get drunk just trying to fit in, they may do drugs, they may do stuff that they're not proud of. Upperclassmen may hit on them and they may fall for them. That's what I was trying to get at. As a freshman girl, do not go for senior boys, because they honestly are only after, it's pretty much just a booty call. Like, they just want sex out of you, they just want you to do stuff with them. They're more than likely going to use you. Like, do not go for senior boys. Like, juniors, okay, but I still wouldn't go over, I wouldn't even go for an upperclassman, because honestly, like, I just don't think that's a good idea. A few of my friends went after, or she went after a junior, and he was fine, but I remember being really skeptical about it, because most juniors and seniors go for the freshman girls, and they deceive them, and they play them so bad. So be prepared for that. Also, going back to what I was saying about parties and drinking and alcohol, you do not have to be okay with it, and if you are, that's fine. Do not go and drink and get drunk or get high or anything like that to fit in. If you're not okay with it, don't pretend like you're okay with it. Honestly, okay, everyone tries it, like, everyone is gonna try it once. Like, do not write off a friend just because they did it once or twice, because high school, you're gonna try new things, you're going to, I don't know, you're just gonna try new things. So definitely, if your friend or somebody does it, and you're not okay with it, don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna be friends with you because you drank once. Like, don't do that. Don't be that girl. But if they are obsessed, like, doing it every week, and they're going to parties every week, and they're getting drunk, they're getting high, definitely try to wean yourself away from them, like, because you don't need people like that. If you're not okay with that, you do not need people trying to get you to do that, and you don't need people like that in your life. And honestly, these are not the kind of people you want in your life. You don't want people that try to force you into situations that you're uncomfortable with, because that's just going to lead you to bad things. So if you're not okay with that, definitely wean yourself away from people who do that, but also don't write off people just because they did it a few times. So yeah. The last thing, oh no, I have 2 more things left. Participate in school events as much as possible. Like, go to football games, go to basketball games, go to sporting events, and be involved in dances, I've already talked about being involved in clubs. Go to, like, the homecoming parade, or just do stuff like that, because that is going to get you so far. It will make you friends, it will give you, it will make you look good to teachers. They'll probably be more open to writing you a recommendation letter later on, especially if you're involved in clubs and you're involved with them. Be respectful for your teachers, because you never know when you're going to need them, or need their help. And yeah, so I lost my train of thought completely, but yeah, definitely just be heads up. And oh, another thing, I would suggest starting your community service earlier, like freshman year. Start and being involved in your community, because if you don't, you're going to regret it your senior year, because you do need things for your college applications. So yeah. Also, the last thing I have to say is know your place in high school. If you're on a sports team, or I don't know about theater or anything, but especially sports teams, like, you are a freshman, I'm sorry, but you're the lowest on the totem pole. You have to go do stuff that you may not want to do. Like, I remember my freshman year, the upperclassmen would be like, hey, freshmen, get the buckets. You got to do that. Everyone has to do it. You don't have to do it every time. Like, definitely don't let upperclassmen overrule you, but also you have to respect them and you have to listen to them, because if you don't, nobody's going to like you, and you're not going to have very many upperclassmen friends. So, yeah. So definitely, just know your place. Know you're a freshman. Know that you don't have any say over anyone else. Don't try to boss upperclassmen around, because you're a freshman and they're just going to think you're a loser. And yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about, or that's pretty much all the advice I have for freshmen. And yeah, so if you like this video, or you need any more advice or anything like that, comment down below and I will be sure to help you with your advice. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you have any other back to school requests, let me know and I'll probably film it, because I want to do a back to school series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great freshman year. Bye!